doing? Yeah.
It's on pause.
Is it?
All right, begin.
What's going on, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys woke up happy and healthy this morning. That's the most important thing. Now, before we go any further, I'm going to ask you guys a favor. If you don't mind, go ahead and hit that like button and also smash that share button so we can push this video through the algorithm and hopefully get this channel to where it needs to be. Now, with that said, let's go ahead and dive face first into the drama. And I want to talk about this situation that's going down between Tami Roman and her husband, Reggie. Now, Tami and Reggie have been married since 2018, and from what I can see, of course, none of us live with them. We don't know what's going on in their home, but they seem to be very close and they seem to love each other through and through. Now, although Tami and Reggie seem to be happy within their marriage, there's a certain aspect within their marriage that Tami feels guilty about, and that's the fact that she's not able to have children. Now, this is the thing, right? So Tami has gotten pregnant twice, but unfortunately, those attempts to give her husband a child were unsuccessful. And so, she feels like that she's holding Reggie back from leaving his legacy due to the fact that he's an only child. And basically, he wants to have children. He wants to leave his legacy here on earth. Now, Tami just recently sat down with The Real and she had an interview and she talked about this situation in its entirety.
You definitely speak your truth. And recently, you and your husband, Reggie Youngblood,
Yes.
you guys talked about that you're considering surrogacy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
Any updates? Anything you want to share with us? Or how were you
How's
guys
that
doing?
been?
Yeah.
It's on pause.
Is it?
Okay, why?
Yeah, I feel like I'm at a point where my career is starting to do and reward me for all of my efforts and the time that I've been in this business.
Yep.
And a baby for me right now would just not be the thing to do.
Yeah.
So what I offered him was an opportunity for us to take a break for a year or two.
What?
And let him go find someone to have a child with.
Stop it.
And then when he has his baby, we could get back together.
You would genuinely be okay with that?
Hold on. So
Yeah.
you're giving him permission. So what happens, let's say he follows through and has this baby. Do you help raise the baby?
I would help raise the baby. It's just I don't want to have it. I don't want to go get my eggs and all that. It's really more about him
you're
being
so
able
forward.
to have his legacy here because he's an only child.
And he doesn't have children.
And he does not have any children. So it's really more for him than it is for me.
Would the
very
baby's
selfless.
mother be around to also raise the child?
Yeah, I believe in co-parenting. I think that's a very valuable part of a child's life. If the parents aren't together, you need to learn how to co-parent.
Yeah.
And then, I could be there and love the child as if,
That is very selfless.
it was my
I
own.
can't say as a woman I would give my man permission.
Yeah.
What
yeah.
you get to do during that year?
Well, I'm
her career.
I am a one-piece woman, so even though we will be on break, I would not entertain any other men because that would still be my husband. I'm just giving him the opportunity to go have a child.
God, and he can only have it with one. You find that one woman for the one child. This is not a free-for-all year.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. But he said...
What did he say?
He said...
I was going to say.
I don't want that. I fell in love with you. You're the woman that I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. And if God put me here and I'm not supposed to have children, then that's what it is.
How did you feel hearing that?
It was a blessing and a curse because I was like, he really loves me. But then at the same time, I felt like I was being selfish. Our relationship has a selfish element to it because I really do want him to have children. I just can't be the person to do that.
But you know what? You can have children in all different ways now, right? In terms of adoption and all.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
have never heard a woman say that, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
She's a first for a lot of things, okay?
Alright, so listen, it sounds like Tami is willing to do everything and anything that she can to make her husband happy. And being that she can't provide a child for him right now, she feels like, hey, go out and do what you need to do to make yourself happy, right? If you want kids to be able to leave a legacy to, I understand that, because I am 17 years older than you and I don't want to be a true hindrance to your true happiness. So I think that's where Tami is coming from. Now, what's interesting is the fact that she said that while he goes out and finds a woman to actually have a child with, that she's going to be faithful because that is still her husband and she's not going to entertain any men, and that she would help raise the child. Now, as I was going through the comments of this audio clip, I did notice that there were a lot of people that had mixed emotions. Now, some people were like, hey, Tami, do what works best for you all and your marriage. And then there were other people that were like, other women rather, that were like, hey, I'm not sharing my man. Now, see, this is the thing about this whole thing, right? The reason why I then post the comments here, because the comments were more focused on Tami's appearance. And some of the things that they were saying were very rude. So I elected not to post the comments here on this video. But I will say this, you know, maybe health is playing a huge role in the reason why Tami doesn't want to have another child. And with Tami being 50 years old and her career is starting to finally pay off, I can understand why Tami wouldn't want to take that risk at this point in her life. Now, I do applaud Reggie for sticking by his wife and basically telling Tami, hey, I'm not going out here and having children with other women. If it's meant for me not to have children, then that's what it is. You know, I fell in love with you, because there's so many men that would take advantage of that situation and they would be like, red light, green light, I'm out of here. I'm going to do my own thing. And I like the fact that he's standing on principle. He took those vows and he's not going to do that to Tami, even though she's given him permission to do so. So that's a stand-up brother. I got to give him his props. Now, let's speak from the standpoint, if Reggie actually took Tami up on her offer and he went out here and found a woman to have a child with, there's a possibility that Reggie could fall in love with the mother of his child. And so I think that the marriage could be possibly doomed if Reggie was to actually act out on this. And also, when you look at the dynamic of a husband and a wife taking a break from one another, you know, feelings are subject to change. And so they can change for the good or they can change for the bad. And although Tami is saying that Reggie is free to go have a child with another woman and that she will help take care of the child, you know, once that child is here, Tami could have a different feeling. She could feel like, hey, I don't want to be part of this, right? You now have a family, actually, and I can separate myself from the equation totally. And also, let's think about the jealousy, the extreme jealousy that has a chance to creep in when you look at this situation, right? What about the woman that Reggie chooses? Unless Tami is going to have a hand in choosing the woman that Reggie has a child with, right? What if this woman is a very good looking woman, has a great body and things of that nature? Tami could become jealous of that, right? Now, what if this woman that Reggie chooses to have a child with wants Tami totally out of the equation, right? And you know, the fact that Reggie and Tami are still married and things like that. What if this woman, this baby mama, wants Reggie to be her husband? Now we're possibly looking at a situation or an episode of Snapped on Oxygen or The First 48. So I really think this is very dangerous. But hey, it's their life. They need to do what makes them happy. Now, I want to hear from you all. Ladies, drop down in the comments, flood the comments, and let me know what you think about this entire situation, all right? Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll get with you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.